A lot of people think of a toe touch as a hamstring flexibility test, and that's just not really fully the truth and the full picture of things. You feel it in your hamstrings because that's a secondary consequence of what's going on within your pelvis itself. In order to touch your toes, what you need to be able to do is go into internal rotation and nutation of this sacrum bone right here. This bone needs to come forward. So what you need to do is you need to go into that internal rotation, and then this bone needs to come forward so you can then touch your toes. But if you're biased towards a locked up pelvis or a pelvis that's stuck in the opposite orientation where it's back, and then this bone comes back here, it's going to be hard for you to then access the ability to touch your toes. You might either have a very stiff flat back when you do it, or you might have just an inability to get all the way down. So one thing you can do to restore that, and then almost immediately right after touch your toes, is do a deadlift variation, which is going to bias you towards the ability to nutate your sacrum and go into internal rotation. And this is it right here. So first of all, let's look at my toe touch. I'm pretty stiff in the morning usually, so let's see. Keep my knees straight, reach over. That's about all I got before I feel a big stretch back here. Now, what you want to do is grab a light dumbbell, or just a light weight in general. And then you want to have something that can elevate your toes on. I'm using this plate right here, but you could easily just use a book or something like that. So I'm going to have my left foot back, my right foot in front. You're going to do both sides, so it doesn't matter what you start with. And then hold the weight in the other hand. So if my left foot's back, weight's in my right hand, and you're going to pivot around your back hip and do a deadlift. So I'm going to do 8 reps each side. All right, let's retest. Piece of cake.